Hello, this is teacher Francis Wamai. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Now we still are proceeding with our uh, subject chemistry, and in our today's video we're gonna look at the periodic table. Now in the previous video we were looking at the element, their symbols, and even their chemical names, and we checked at them. And in our today's video I want us now to know how they are distributed. Now the distribution of elements according to things that we call groups. Now if we go this way, we call this one groups: group 1, group 2, group 3, group 4, group 5, and so on and so forth. And then the horizontal now movement, moving from the left hand side to the right hand side, this one now we call it periods. Now this distribution of elements in accordance to groups and periods are distributed in a table, and that table is what now we call the periodic table. Now this one is element number 1, we have element number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way to element number 20. Now you realize that there is a shaded part here, and the shaded part here represent now the transition elements. Mostly these elements here are called transition elements, and they are not only these ones, but we also have so many others. Yeah, but because we are looking at the first 20 elements, the elements that will appear to be in that part, the shaded part, now the transition metal elements, is called the transition metals. That part, the shaded part. Now we said that the first one was hydrogen, and that means hydrogen is in this position. Then we have helium, we have lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, and then here we have neon. From there we have this part, we have sodium, we have magnesium, here we have aluminium, we have silicon, sulfur, aluminium, silicon, or we have skipped phosphorus. Here we have sulfur, and after sulfur we have chlorine, then argon. The next one is now potassium, which is K, and then we have calcium. These are the first 20 elements. Now with the first 20 elements we have something else that we call, we've said that the vertical, if you move vertically, this one is called group, and when you move horizontally, horizontal, this one is called period. For example, when you pick an element like carbon, let's say carbon is C. If you want to know where carbon is at this position. That means if you want to know the group and period, you count 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. So for the vertical, 1, 2, 3, 4, and that means group is group 4. We normally write groups in terms of Roman numbers, and then the period is 1, 2, so that means period is period 2. That's how we identify the elements and their periods. From there we have something else called electron configuration. Now from the periodic table, electron configuration, we will be exploring periodic table in a greater way. But if we talk about electron configuration, we talk about how the electrons are arranged. Now you realize that the first period has 1, 2, and that means the maximum that the first energy level can hold is called is 2 electrons. The second one will hold 8, the third one will hold 8, the fourth one will hold 8, and so on and so forth. And now if you talk of electron configuration for hydrogen, we will just have 1. For helium we will have 2. Now from there we have to fill now the next energy level. Now this one is for helium. For lithium we will have 2. Now filling in the next energy level, because it has 3, then we will have 2, 1, and so on and so forth. Now if we fill it that way, then we have to we can use another example that is a bit a larger number. Let's say sodium. Sodium is number 11, and that means for the first energy level we'll have 2, the second energy level we'll have 8. Now we have 2 plus 8, 10. It is remaining 1, and then therefore we have 2, 8, 1. This is how we do the electron configuration. If we have something like magnesium, magnesium is number 12. It has the atomic number 12. Now with the atomic number 12, then we have 2, 8, that is 10, and then we want 12, 2, 8, remaining 2. If we talk of something like chlorine, chlorine is number 17. Its atomic number is 17, and that means for chlorine we have 2, 8, and then 7. If we talk of something like calcium, calcium is number 20, and that means we will have 2, 8, that adds up to 10, and then we have 8 that adds up to 18, and then we have 2. That means now we can use the these ones to describe now the period and groups. Now the last energy level number of electrons. This one will represent the group, and then the number of energy level will represent the periods. For instance, if we check at this point, magnesium, the last number here is 2, and that means magnesium is in group number 2. If we check on the period now, 1, 2, 3, the number of occupied energy level, we can use the word occupied energy levels, and that means we will have 1, 2, 3. For calcium, it is in group number 2, and the period is period number 1, 2, 3, 4. So it is period 4. We have period 4, group 2. We said it is written in Roman numbers. Yeah, so that's all about the periodic table, and in the next video now we will be checking on how do we draw these structures, these atoms, in accordance to the distribution of the electrons using dots and crosses. Thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe and share widely. You can also comment. God bless you.